Leviticus chapters 8 through 10 gives a detailed description of how Moses and Aaron were to conduct the sacrifices that the Lord required of the Israelite people. We also see at the beginning of chapter 10 what happened to the sons of Aaron when they offered unauthorized fire. Fire came up from the ground and consumed them. If we fast forward all the way to the time that Jesus lived, the people were still under this law, still sacrificing goats and lambs for their sin. However, the scribes and the Pharisees had turned it into being more about the process than the meaning behind what they were sacrificing the animals for. Matthew chapter 5, Jesus begins the Sermon on the Mount with the Beatitudes and then moves into the idea of sin beginning within the heart. He takes the old law and expounds on it, causing the people to think about their thoughts and how their thoughts led them to the initial action. Paul spends his life traveling around, establishing congregations, writing letters to these congregations, and addressing problems they are facing, and also addressing the Sanhedrin and the religious leaders of that time. The religious leaders of their time and the thought we get caught up in as well is the process of attending worship services, attending different activities, all while trying to maintain school, sports, clubs, work, and the list goes on and on of all the activities that seem to fill our calendars. Sometimes we just need to simply step back and consider what the Old Testament people were being reminded of in the book of Leviticus. What Jesus was reminding the people of his time was being a Christian is more than a process. Being a Christian is a lifestyle. Once we make the decision to put Christ on in baptism and lead a life of obedience to his word, we become a group of people that are looking out for each other and looking out for the good of the community. During Equip last weekend that we had for the youth group, Keith O'Neill wrapped up our weekend as our final speaker. The thought he left the group with was, we need to be a Christian who is an artist, an accountant, a salesperson, teachers, coaches, or whatever we decide to be. We need to be a Christian who does that activity. My challenge today is to be the person who is to be known by their peers as a Christian who is constantly looking out for the good of those around them.